Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to our conversation today with Paolo Bellamoli, International Project Director from CUOA Business School. Thank you, Paolo, for joining us. Please, could you please introduce yourself, talk about CUOA, about the programs, what kind of programs do we have in CUOA?
Hello, Aldo. Thank you so much for inviting me for this conversation. As you said, I work with CUOA Business School for the international programs. Actually, I am an engineer by education, and I worked as an engineer for some years, but with international projects. So when I did my MBA at CUOA Business School, this school proposed me to develop the international activities. And within these international activities, a very good partnership and cooperation we found was with IBS in Sao Paulo. And so this is the reason for being here with you. The school is a very interesting school, I would say, in the international environment, because it's one of the most important business schools in Italy. Actually, the school was founded in 1957, and it is now the oldest business school in Italy.
Oh, that's great.
And with all through this time, working on a private, not-for-profit basis. The school was founded by University of Padua back in 1957 by the Faculty of Engineering, but then it enlarged its membership base with the universities, grouping all universities in northeast of Italy. From Trento through Verona, Padua University, Venice University, Trieste, Udine, all these universities are members of the school. Recently, additional members joined the school in different parts of Italy. This year, also the Polytechnic of Turin became member of the school, the Università La Sapienza in Rome became member of the school, as well as the University of Palermo. So now we have all universities representing different regions and parts of Italy, although the key component, of course, is northeast of Italy, where the manufacturing belt of the country is located. And a very interesting aspect of our institution model is that we not only have membership base involving universities, but a key members are also is the private sector, is industrialist association. And historically, and even nowadays, the president of the school is not an academic, but is an industrialist. This is reinforcing our linkage with the working environments, with the companies, with the real business life. Actually, we work only as business school. We don't have undergraduate activities. We carry out master program, MBA programs, executive program, customized program for companies. And in the framework of international activities, we have customized programs with partner universities around the globe to carry out study abroad programs that are cooperation activities. This is something we have been doing for a very long time, leveraging, of course, on our faculty, and but most of all leveraging on our linkages with the companies and the managers of these companies. Because I told you that we have been on the market since many decades, so many managers of this part of Italy studied at CUOA, This company recruit our students and we develop project work and a number of practical activities with these companies that are sometimes they are big, but in most cases they are medium-sized companies with a very strong innovation attitude and a very strong internationalization attitude. I hope I answered your question.
Oh, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Paolo. About the summer and winter programs IBS Americas handles with CUOA Business School, could you share a little bit about which kind of programs and what kind of characteristics these programs have?
With pleasure, yes. I mentioned international activities, and for us, international students is a key component, of course, of our business, of our mission and purpose of being a business school. Mm-hmm. And I would say that this program, both the winter and summer program, are programs designed to take the best of our experience and our close relationship with our stakeholders. Mm-hmm. So within the program, that are certificate program, we have different components. So students have lectures, students meet and visit companies, carry out project work, can have cultural experience, can have traveling experience, not only in Italy, but also some opportunities to go abroad. And I would say that the program, both programs are not very long. They last 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
But 3 weeks exactly. And but the activities are so many and so different and so rich because of different aspects, let's say. I mentioned the professors, the projects, the companies, the traveling, but I would say that a key part of the learning process from also a personal growth point of view is the international experience that students have. Because students come literally from any part of the world. And they have different profiles, different backgrounds, and they have to work together all through these 3 weeks. They are called to be together for project works. All of them are guided through a learning process, and all of them have to participate actively in all activities. And of course, the final part of the program is also based on a presentation of the work they've carried out. And everybody is called to be a lead actor, I would say.
To participate, to speak and make presentations, and okay, that's excellent because it is a multicultural activity that we have in our companies nowadays. Very much demanded for a good employee to have these skills to work with multicultural employees. Sometimes one person is in India, other one is in Italy, other one is in Brazil or Latin America. That's really cool. I think that might be the very good results on that.
I would say so. I would say so, because even if the program is structured with different tracks, let's say different concentrations.
Yeah.
I'd say that this part of developing soft skills is a common part, is common to all of the programs, but is a key component. Because nowadays to work in companies, you need to be you need to have leadership skills. You need to be able to work in teams. You need to be able to be creative, innovative. So independently on which specific job you have in the company, it's important to combine these soft skills with some strong expertise in specific fields. And about the fields, the tracks that are available within both the winter and summer program are very different. They are related, of course, to business. There are 4 of them. One track is specifically on leadership, multicultural management, and negotiation skills, international negotiation skills. A second track is more on business strategy and marketing. A third track is on creativity, innovation, entrepreneurship. And the fourth one is on operation and logistics.
Excellent.
All these tracks also have an international perspective. And they are designed and implemented having in mind the global supply chain where the companies now operate. And I think this is another brick on the internationalization aspect of the program.
Excellent, excellent. Paolo, could you share about the professors? I mean, the students might be interested. What kind of professors, where they're from? The students will meet them during the programs.
We select professors and we assess continuously their contribution with different criteria, let's say. But as a business school, what we aim to is to have some very practical learning process. So the lecturers in all these programs is a combination of academics and professional trainers and managers and experts. So we have the professors, the academic input, let's say, and I mentioned at the beginning our linkages with the universities, being our members, the member of the school. But we also have a very large network of experienced professionals that put together a strong teaching expertise and experience with practical work in their fields.
Excellent. Paolo, could you share about, you mentioned about the company visits. I mean, what kind of companies will the students be visiting? Could you share a little bit for them?
Yes, of course. We are blessed with a number of opportunities regarding the company visits. I told you that we are located in the manufacturing belt of Italy.
Yeah.
And I would say that there are clusters and districts of companies in any sector you can mention, from mechanics to food and wine industry to textile and clothes and shoes to chemistry. Any kind of industry can be found here. From the learning process point of view, what we try to combine is to have different visits. There are about 3-4 visits, a minimum of 3 company visits and meetings are foreseen during the program. And we try to combine some very famous and internationally known big brands with some other companies that are maybe not so famous to the public. They are not B2C, but they are more B2B. But in their working, they are maybe world leader in a niche, let's say. And this kind of company, sometimes we experience that they are very much appreciated, even more than the big brands by the students, because in these kind of companies, there is even a closer interaction with the management of the company. Sometimes with the entrepreneur itself. Mm-hmm. That is very much keen in sharing the experience and in discussing with the multicultural group of students coming from all over the world. So it's a very interesting interaction with a two-way exchange of experience and point of views, let's say.
Excellent. You also mentioned about thank you very much, Paolo. You also mentioned about the one activity during the programs, the project work, which is quite good for them to improve their communication ability, skills, and also the interaction with the students from other locations in the world. Could you share a little bit about the characteristics of the project work? How does it work?
Yes, project works are, of course, linked to the specific subject of the 4 courses. So the concentration of the project work is dealing with aspects either of leadership or marketing or creativity or lean production. But all of them have, of course, an objective also to be stimulating on something new and on the cutting edge of the business process and knowledges that we are working with and the companies are working with. So as much as possible, they are developed jointly with companies. So to have the opportunity to have the project introduced by the company and through the follow-up during the 3 weeks, having something, a product from the project work that is interesting also for the company itself, with the managers coming to the school and attending the presentation of the students. This is something we do as much as possible. Some cases, it's if the lecturers and the team, the management team, think it's more appropriate, can be some case study design on that specific field and track. But I would say that interaction between the students, the professors, and company managers is the key for the project work.
Excellent. Also, the last day they have to make a presentation. Based on your experience, I mean, do you think that's something as a good action for them to improve their communication skills as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I told you that students have a very different set of past experience and sensitivity and cultural bias. Some of them, with regard to communication skills, are already very good presenters. Some of them could be ready for a TED presentation. Yeah. But some of them are totally unexperienced, and some of them are even shy, of course. And the interesting thing is that as everybody is called to take the floor, the one that thought that they were less equipped, let's say, that were very shy, scared by the presentation,
to do it.
are the ones that eventually said, okay, I did it. And you can see the smile in their face of having achieved this big step, because nowadays it's important to be able to communicate and to be brave and speak in the public.
Excellent. Indeed, it's a good opportunity for them. In terms of the company visits, additionally, there are 2 optional visits for the students who are coming to CUOA, to go to Geneva and also to Milan Fashion District. Could you share how the program is adjusted for them to go?
Yes, this is a very interesting opportunity. It is not mandatory, but most of the students take this opportunity. And so, yes, as you mentioned, one option is Geneva, a visit to the WTO, the World Trade Organization, and the United Nations premises and organizations in Geneva. Mm-hmm. And a second possibility is to take part in a structured tour to the Milan Fashion District. So it's a visit to the big brands in the fashion district in Milan, supported by one of our professors, that is professor in brand management, and can lead the group through the visits in a very effective way.
Excellent. I have heard one of the groups have been visit Giorgio Armani store headquarters, and they met Giorgio Armani in person. So I think that was very surprise and very good news for them, right?
Indeed, it happened, and there is a chance. You never know.
Never know, yeah. I was very surprised when I heard about that story. That's good. That's cool. That's good. Now talking a little about the region, about Alta Villa Vicentina, the building, and the Vicenza, which is the closest city. Could you share about the logistics, how the logistics works for the students to move from one place to another? I know Italy has so many places to see, and the students might be in difficult to choose the right location to see, to go. And but how does the transportation works, and could you share a little bit about that?
Yes, as you said, there are really plenty of opportunities to combine the business education with a very interesting cultural experience. The region is famous for its architecture, for the Palladio architectural style. And the business school itself is located within one of these Villa Veneta, they are called. These villas that were built by very rich Venetian families in the style of Andrea Palladio. And maybe you can see on also in the back of a characteristic of the school is actually this being located in one of the example of the cultural heritage. So it can be a cultural experience, very strong. We are located close to Vicenza, very close to Vicenza. That is a town close to Verona and close to Venice, let's say, to locate in northeast of Italy. But from here, students can travel to any other part of Italy, of course. So Rome is not a big journey, or Milan, or many students take also the opportunity in the weekend to visit other cities in Europe. Some of them travel to London or to Paris or to Greece. So whenever you are in Italy, you can move to, within the Schengen community, you know, and travel to other European countries, let's say.
Excellent.
But there's plenty of opportunity without big trouble, let's say, because we are blessed with any kind also of different natural environments, because the Alps are close to here, the Dolomites. In winter time, you can go skiing, of course. In summertime, there's the sea that is not far. There's a very interesting lake near Verona, the Garda Lake. It's the biggest lake in Italy. So sport opportunity, traveling opportunity, cultural opportunity. It's not a big country, but it's a concentration of different things, and the students have different passion for culture or nature or history or whatever, and they have so many opportunities to complement their training with other activities during the weekend.
Excellent. Thank you, Paul. About this housing, I mean, where to stay, what do you recommend for the one who's coming to CUOA? Which one is closer to the college?
There is a college, as you mentioned, that is being renovating right now. So in the near future, we will have a new hospitality facility within the campus, let's say. But there are hotel opportunities nearby. And also many students find accommodation in apartments through Airbnb, for example, in Vicenza, and they can reach the school by bus. Some of them rent a car, but let's say accommodation, there's plenty of opportunities according to the willingness to stay in the campus or to be in an hotel, to share a room, to go to an apartment. Students are free, of course, to make their best choice.
Yeah. And Hotel Valmarana Morosini, it's also close to you as well, like just a few meters, right?
Yes, it's the one that I would say in the campus. Actually, it's a building next to the Palladio Villa I mentioned.
Yeah, closed door. That's very convenient. Yeah, very convenient.
Yes. It's convenient, especially in winter time, because you don't even have to exit any building and to go out in the cold.
Yeah.
In winter, it's interesting, but it can be, you can have snow here.
Yeah, that might be interesting. What about?
Yes, and it is lovely. Christmas time with the white snow.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Great, great. In terms of where to eat, is there a restaurant inside the college they can have a food or something?
Yes, there is a cafeteria with self-service at lunchtime. Say at lunchtime, it is within the school. And for dinner, there are opportunities in the village or in Vicenza, with different kind of restaurant and food up to the choice of the students.
Do the students need a car, Paolo, to stay there, or they can just use buses and train?
They can just use buses and train. Of course, a car can help, because with a car you can reach any other places, but it is not mandatory to have a car.
Yeah, so public transportation works very well.
Yes, I think you experienced it yourself.
Yeah, That's great. Yeah, that's very good. In terms of recommendation, Paulo, as you have lots of experience with all the students and for many years, to whom do you recommend to come to CUOA for these programs?
I would say I would recommend to come to CUOA to people that are interested in the international and multicultural experience. People that have their mind open, that are ready to stay with other students with different background and experience, and people that value these kind of experiences. So I recommend this to people that are interested in a specific subject, that are passionate and want to develop their expertise in some specific business field, combined with an international perspective and a multicultural sensitivity.
Yeah.
I would recommend it to people that are curious and people that want to participate in things, not only to go to university and listen, but to experience something.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, Paolo Bellamoli, spending one time with us here today, talking about CUOA Business School. I'd like to open now for your final words or final tips. Do you like to recommend to anything else? Please be free to mention anything.
Well, of course, I look forward to receiving new students, new friends. I recommend to take advantage of the support of IBS, of course, that is our very good partner for this program. But we are also available for any information, and really it's our job, but it's our passion. We love being together and growing together with young people. So it's an experience I recommend to everybody, and I just look forward to next edition in winter, in January, and July of next year, of course. I mentioned 2 editions. So let's look forward for the new group of students and work together, Aldo, with them.
Excellent. I love when you mention about friendship, because what I hear is that the students at the end of the day become friends, and the network is so important nowadays. And participating in CUOA, students are very close and connected, and really becomes friends for life.
Absolutely. And nowadays, of course, the school is very active on the social media, and students, after they come for the winter summer program, join our network, of course, and are networked between themselves. So the experience is not ending when they just cry and say, "What a pity, it was too short, what an experience," but they can look ahead and stay in touch in many different ways through the social media and WhatsApp, different kind of ways to be connected.
Excellent. I'd like to thank you again, Paulo, for having some time with us today. And so I'd like to invite you all who is watching us today to come to CUOA Business School. As Professor Paulo was mentioned, that's a very unique opportunity for you to improve your personal, your academic, and your professional life. So I hope to see you one of our programs at CUOA Business School. Thank you very much. Arrivederci, Paolo.
Thank you so much, Aldo. Arrivederci.